here is my journey of planking every day for 100 days. Okay, I managed to do it for 1 minute and 35 seconds for day 1. Let's see how the rest of the days improve. I have just completed 10 days, so I think I just need to set a goal. My goal, I've been stuck on about 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I have the goal of to do 10 minutes. By the end of this 100-day challenge, I need to be able to do a plank for 10 minutes. Maybe it's something mentally holding me back. Maybe it's something physically, I don't know. But around 2 minutes, it just gets unbearable. My shoulders are paining. It's just very difficult. So my goal, I think I need a goal to reach, is 10 minutes. 2 minutes, 30 seconds improvement. I'm gonna see how long I can do it. I'm really just gonna try to push past my limit and see how far I can go. I'm past 2 minutes. This is not good. I can only make it to 2 minutes and 38 seconds. It doesn't feel like it's getting easier. I don't know how I'm gonna do 10 minutes. This goal is too difficult, but I'm gonna try. For the next 10 days, I have a new strategy. Because I've been roughly able to improve my time by about a minute. I'm stuck on now 3 minutes. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do 4 minutes by the next 10 days. But I want to see if I can do 5 minutes. The way I'm going to achieve that is I'm actually going to do it in a few sets. So I'm going to do a minute, take a 30-second break, and then do another minute plank. Do that 5 times and be able to just do it for a longer time for the whole day. Hopefully it will build my endurance and just help with that. So we'll see how the next 10 days go. And then on day 31, we'll see if I can actually do 5 minutes straight without any breaks. Okay, so day 25 of doing the planks. So I usually take a 30-second break in between, but I'm starting to feel a little bit more confident. So I'm just doing a 15-second break. What I do is I plank for a minute, I stop, I start the time again after 15 seconds. I stop, I start the time again, plank for a minute, take a break, 15-second break. I do that 5 times. So I'm slowly reducing my break time and kind of enduring it more. So that's what I'm doing now. 15-second break. Planking for a full minute now. So I'm going to continue doing that until day 30, and then on day 31 I'm going to see if I can do a full 5-minute plank without any breaks. So it's day 31 now, and I have to see if I can actually plank for 5 minutes like I've been trying. The hardest thing that I have been kind of facing has been my shoulders. They've been very difficult where they burn. So I feel like I must warm up to try and plank for 5 minutes. And if my strategy of planking for a minute, 15-second break, a minute, 15-second break actually helps, or am I not even improving at all? From day 10 to day 20, I actually managed to increase my planks until 3 minutes. So let's see if I can at least do 4 minutes. I'll be happy with 4 minutes, but I want to try and do 5 minutes. Okay, starting now. Well, the first minute isn't too bad, but let's focus. Okay, I could only manage 4 minutes. That was extremely difficult, my shoulders start to hurt around, I don't know, like a minute and a half. So I actually did make some improvement, which is good, from roughly 3 minutes to 4 minutes. It's not the best, but you know, I think I'm still ahead of track, because if every 10 days I increase by a minute, then by day 100, I'll be at 10 minutes. So it is still possible for me. I was also pretty interested at seeing what is like the average plank time. So I did find this website here. It does say, like, of course, average is 1 to 2 minutes. So that is kind of what I was already doing at like the first 5 days. Very good is 4 to 6 minutes. So I am at the beginning of very good. And then excellent is plus 6 minutes. I've been seeing a lot of people say if you can do more than 5 minutes, that's already impressive. For the next 10 days, I think I'm just going to be planking like normal, just trying to plank as long as I can. So at least 4 minutes, and trying to slowly increase to 5 minutes for the next 10 days. Okay, so the day has finally arrived. We are at day 40 for the planks, almost halfway, but our goal is 10 minutes, and if we actually do make it to 5 minutes, then we're halfway in our goal. You know, so we're actually making pretty good progress. We'll see how I do. You know, I've been in the higher end of the 4 minutes, so I think I'll be able to do 5 minutes. Let's of course see it. Okay. I try not to move at all for about 3 minutes. So I try not to. And then at the 3 minute mark, I can be moving around, because it's hard just trying to stay still, perfectly still. Okay, and that's 1 minute. Okay, and 2 minutes. But remember, at 3 minutes, I want to start moving around. Oh, my shoulders are starting to burn. Okay, 3 minutes. So at the 3 minute mark, I just tried to extend my back a bit. Okay, 3.5 minutes. Okay, 1 more minute to go. Fifteen seconds left. Nice. That's 5 minutes. Surprisingly, I was able to do that. It honestly feels like it doesn't get easier, you just kind of get used to it. It still sucks, but yeah, 5 minutes. I did want to see who the person is that has like the world record for planking. Joseph Salek. He's a 63-year-old guy. Well, when he did it in 2023, he was 63. So now, I guess he'll be 65. But he did it for 9 hours and 38 minutes and 47 seconds. Crazy. I can't even imagine an hour. He did it for 9 hours. That's longer than I sleep. That's insane. I don't know how he did it. So I thought, you know, what better way than to contact the expert himself? So I sent him a message, just asking him for some advice. So we'll see what he says when he replies, but hopefully he can give me some good advice. For the next 10 days of planks, I'm just planking as normal, planking as long as I can to see what I can do. Try to get used to 5 minutes, which will be nice. I'll see you on day 50. Okay, so the day 50 update of all of my planks. So we're halfway there. And remember, our goal is 10 minutes of planking. And I've been working my way up to 6 minutes. And surprisingly, even though I've had 2 days where I couldn't even get to 5 minutes because I just felt weak, but I managed to do 6 minutes. I actually felt pretty strong, like I was even thinking of 7 minutes. So some days I'm strong, other days I don't feel that strong. So for day 50, what I'm going to do on top of 6 minute planks, I'm going to stick to 6 minutes. As soon as I reach 6 minutes, I'm ending. But on top of that, I want to also work on these specific muscle groups that are kind of hindering my performance in a way. So it's mostly my shoulders, my core, and then my lower back. I just feel like or maybe my back in general could improve in a way. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be working on those 3 sort of muscle groups for the next 10 days. So to work on my shoulders, I want to, grab some weights and kind of just lift like this because it's more for my front delts, or even just lateral raises. I don't have any weights, but what I do have is water bottles. So 5-liter water bottles. And of course, 1 liter is 1 kg. So it'll be about 5 kgs. And then I'll just work on my shoulders. This man is watching me as I'm doing it. And then of course, the front delts. I think I'll also try and hold it for a little bit just to work on my endurance. I'll just hold it there for maybe a few seconds, slowly build it up. Oh, my whole arm is shaking. And I think that's what I'll do just to work on my shoulders, of course. To work on my abs, I think what I'm going to be doing is something I've done in the past a little bit, where I'll just be doing some sort of ab workouts like this in general. Build my core endurance. I'll just randomly work on my core. There's so many types of core workouts out there, so I'll just do random ones throughout the whole time. For my lower back, what can I do for my lower back? If I think about it, for back, I think I'll do the same thing. I mean, I do feel it in my lower back from this already. Oh, that means my lower back is weak. But yes, that is what I'm going to be working on while, of course, I'm doing the 6 minutes max. I'm just stopping at 6 minutes. And we'll see how that goes for the next 10 days. And then, of course, on day 60, I'm going to see if I can at least do 7 minutes consistently. So we'll see how that works for the next 10 days. Another day, some more planks, but this time, luckily, I've actually brought out a mat to actually do the planks on. So now I have a mat, which is cool. I should have brought it out a while back, but I am a little bit lazy. So let us just continue. It's funny how I'm using just anything to get the workout in, because I don't have a lot of equipment here at home, but you make do with what you have. We're at day 60 and it's a great place to be at with the planks. You know, it's almost done. We're nearing the end, near day 100, and I can't actually wait till it's over. But sadly, we're at a part where we kind of need to be at 7 minutes. And I've been able to plank pretty consistently to 6 minutes, but I can tell you, I'm just making it. I'm like barely making it to 6 minutes. On top of doing 7 minutes, the next thing I want to change up for the next 10 days up until day 70 is I want to try and have weighted planks. I want to put something on my back, maybe a backpack, and put some water bottles inside, just to have slight weight increase so that when I do it without the weights, it will be a lot better, weighted training, kind of like what Rock Lee does, in Naruto. So I want to try something like that, see if it helps. Okay. Let's see if I can not move until 5 minutes. I want to try and not shuffle around until I reach 5 minutes. One minute. Two minutes. You can feel over time my little back starts to dip. I don't like that. 3 minutes. 4 minutes. 5 minutes. 6 minutes. Fuck me. That's so difficult. My abs were burning so much. I couldn't do it. This is a big setback. Damn. So that's terrible, of course. If I'm able to reach 7 minutes for day 70 and keep that consistency, then on day 80, 8 minutes. Day 90, 9 minutes. And then day 100, 10 minutes. So I still have time. This is a terrible setback, but it's okay. Keep going, keep pushing. For the next 10 days, I'm going to be doing weighted training. See if that helps a little bit. That's that. So now I'm going to be doing some weighted planks. And I thought, since I don't have any weights or any stuff to strap on, I'll just wear a bag and put a 5-liter water bottle. See how that is. I don't know how sturdy this will be. Feels like I'm going to school. Okay. I think it's pretty sturdy. Let's see how this goes. It's pretty comfortable. Not too bad. So this is what I'll be doing for the next 10 days. Do you want to plank with me, Chi-Sang? Do you want to plank with me? So I just put it flat in here, which is great, and it works perfect. So I also make sure the bag is pretty tight on my back, so it feels nice and snug. Now it is day 70, so we're slowly drawing a close to day 100 for the planks. I haven't been able to reach the minutes that I kind of want to, or I would feel comfortable in. So I'm a little bit concerned on whether I'll make it to 10 minutes. It's very, very difficult to say. Remember, we still need to see what the master of planks has replied to us, and hopefully he gives us some nice tips. Of course, now we're just going to keep planking as normal, and I'll give you another update on day 80. For day 80, what I want to do is, on top of just keep doing what I'm doing, I also wanted to see for proper form. That is something I feel like I'm keeping for like 3 minutes. And then after the 4th or the 5th minute, then my form starts to kind of decrease. And I can feel my hips are like pretty low and my back's maybe not that straight. But, we just kind of keep in the form as best as we can. And trust me, even if I make it to 10 minutes, which I'm still trying my hardest to, I doubt I'll be able to keep perfect form. So as I said, I'm trying to improve on my form. And I really like this video where the guy's kind of showing, don't have your back curved in so much, have it more just, around. And, keeping your ab tense and your back kind of curved. So I think that's the form I'm kind of going for. Of course, it doesn't need to be perfect at all. So, as they said, try and keep your back more up. Of course, your knees straight, so not bent. And don't really have your abs and your core like relaxed, but keep them more active. Keeping all the muscles tense. It's definitely not the best. So that's the form I'm going to try to keep for the next 10 days, all the way till day 90. And then we're just going to keep doing what we're doing, working our way up to day 100, which is very soon. I'm doing a lot of other things as well to try and work on my planks. Like I'm working a lot on my core, trying to do certain exercises for that. If you see a lot of toys like scattered about, that is just because I have cats but at the moment they are sleeping. They're having their nap time. Look at them. You can see me. Another day, another plank. Now we're on day 90 of plank, so we only have 10 more days to see if we can make it up to 10 minutes. But for day 90, the last 10 days, I actually wanted to have a look at what Joshka, the world ranking planking guy who holds the world record at like 9 hours, what this guy has to say, right? Very clearly you see he's proud of being the person who holds the world plank ranking. What am I saying? Who holds the world record for the planks, right? Of course, anyone should be proud. Let's see what sort of information he gave. And what he said was nothing. He did not even reply to me, which is weird. I said I'm a fan of him. And, it's not like he has a bunch of followers where he's a little bit too good to reply back. And of course, he is online, so he just chose to not message, which is sad though. But regardless, let's just keep planking. Let's see what happens, without his help, without anyone's help, just kind of my own sort of take of planks and, doing what feels right, doing my own tips and tricks. Let's see if I can make it to 10 minutes in 100 days. It is only a couple more days and then day 100 is here. I can't wait for day 100 to come because I just want to be over with these planks. The other day I managed to plank all the way to a very high number and I was sweating. Wow, I was sweating like crazy. But then the other day I barely managed to make 6 minutes, which was crazy because, typically that's not that bad. So it's very difficult to say how day 100 will go. The past 100 days have been leading up to this moment. I can't believe that I've been planking for so long. I never used to plank at all, but now I've been planking for 100 days. Well, today is the 100th day. Now it is time to see if I can hit 10 minutes. So I'm not even in my optimal performance yet because, as you can see, well, if you can see around my nose, it is a little bit flaky and dry because I've been sick for the past few days. I've definitely sneezed more than 3 times this morning, but I'm going to push. As I've said before, it's not going to be pretty, but I am going to try get the job done. So let's see if after 100 days, if you can achieve a 10-minute plank. With the stopwatch here, the stopwatch. I'm actually pretty nervous. Let us, without further ado, get started. Okay, locked in. I didn't yet tell you what my other strategy is. I'll tell you when I do it. I do it around a certain point. And another reason I'm not wearing a shirt, because I want to try and be as light as possible. Coming up to the 1 minute mark. 1 minute. One of the first things that hurt is, or that kind of feels sore, is my shoulders, and then my legs, and then my lower back. Okay, 2 minutes. Three minutes. 4 minutes. Already I'm starting to sweat. Okay, 5 minutes. I hate to say this is how I'm feeling at 5 minutes. Halfway. Okay, 6 minutes. At the 7th minute, I'm going to be doing my strategy. Oh, see, now my legs are starting to burn. Okay, so my strategy is, let's lift you know a little bit higher up. Holding it for 15 minutes. And then only 15 seconds. Keeping it straight for 15 seconds. Holding it up for 15 seconds. And going in these intervals of 15 seconds really does help. Eight minutes. 9 minutes. 10. I'm gonna do it. 10 minutes is right there. hold it. 5 seconds left. I can't believe I did it. My mouth is so dry. I can't believe I did it. This is my first time doing 10 minutes. The closest I did was about 2 days ago. I did 9 minutes, 30 seconds. I am sweating and I probably stink. But looking at 10 minutes and 2 seconds, that's crazy. Okay, I honestly at day 70 or day 60, when I was stuck at like 6 minutes for a long time, I honestly thought I would be stuck there forever because it was so difficult. I think for like 10 days I made no progress. One of those days, I am so glad. I don't know how many people in the world can say they can plank for 10 minutes, but I just did it in 100 days. Oh my goodness. And thanks for watching.